Yeah, I thought we came out, played well early. First quarter was fine, and we got in foul trouble. We were doing a decent job taking care of the ball. A couple of turnovers more than I would have liked early, but did a pretty good job taking care of the ball. We were efficient on the offensive end. Defensively, we were struggling guarding Bree Mitchell a little bit, but a lot of people have that problem. But we weren't attached and engaged like we should have been. Had some blown assignments helping off shooters that gave Lake and Gully in particular early in the game. She's 3 of 3 from the 3-point line early, and we weren't supposed to be giving help off of her. So that was an issue, but still we had a decent lead into the first quarter, and then foul trouble happens in the second quarter, and we just had some different lineups out there that we really hadn't played all year, and we just weren't able to turn the ball over. They went on a run, get down at the half, and then come out at the beginning of the second half and just didn't score while we weren't getting any stops. And it happened. The defensive end, I don't know what they were shooting early in the third quarter, but it had to be 80%. And we just didn't do a good enough job to stay attached. And then when we started playing with energy defensively, we were able to make a little run, but it just wasn't enough. We fouled too much. They shoot 34 free throws. We shot 4 in the first half. We're 1 of 4. They're 11 of 12. And the difference was, give them a lot of credit, they were extremely aggressive, and they attacked the basket, and they went through people's bodies where our players tried to avoid contact and get shots up. And, the way the game was, we should have been attacking through people's bodies and getting to the free throw line.
22 turnovers, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Left on the court.
Yep, and they weren't doing anything unique or special. Weren't really pressing. It wasn't that. It was the good ball pressure. They really got after us in the half court, and our players put the ball over their heads a lot, and shied away from contact instead of going through and being aggressive with their passes. We avoided some of that stuff, which led to turnovers. I think we had a great post-up opportunity late in the game, and this is just a symptom. We have a player with the ball. We're telling her to bring it over to the wing and get it into KJ. She's got one of their smaller guards, Gardner, on a switch, and we're trying to get it in there and post it up. And that's something, that we do on the fly during games. We ask them to do those things and be able to recognize mismatches and things. And, our player she gets a little heat, a little pressure, and instead of attacking to the wing, getting in the operating area, throwing a good, hard, low bounce pass into the post, she holds the ball up over her head, shies away from the kid that's pressuring her, and tries to throw the pass, and it gets tipped, and they steal it and go the other way. So, when those type things happen, a simple play like that, you're in for a long night. And what was it, 22 turnovers? So the turnover differential was 8 plus 8 for them, and that certainly didn't help the way they were getting to the free throw line, and we weren't.
Talk about James.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this night was about the 4 seniors, but James was a flamethrower tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she, and the thing, I mean, what she ended up with was, she had too many turnovers. She had 7, but she had 5 early in the game, so she only had 2, throughout the rest of the game. 12 of 21 is pretty efficient.
She was 8 of 9 to start.
Yeah, and at one point, I think her and Bethea, before Bria got in foul trouble in the second quarter, they were a combined 9 of 10 from the field. But the difference and the reason she got to the free throw line 11 times, she attacked the basket. I talk about people not attacking. I'm not talking about her. She attacked the basket relentlessly. Especially once we got behind and we were talking about getting to the free throw line to catch, to score with the clock stopped and be able to get our press set and try to cause them some problems. She had a great night. I mean, I'm sure that's a career high, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
35. And 35 points on 21 shots is pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, you did in the first quarter. I mean, as well as that when you had 5 threes fall, and all of a sudden everything stops falling. And then
but,
the free throws, is that?
Some of that was, the free throw. I mean, we had good free throw shooters going to shoot the free throws, especially in the first, and just not making them.
Do you think the fast tempo played in your favor early on before the free throws started?
It's hard to say. They like to play fast too. I just think that both teams like to play fast. I thought we did, with the exception of Lake and Gully early, in the first half we did a great job defending the 3. They were 17 of 32 at Eastern Illinois from 3-point line. So we did a good job there, but we couldn't guard Bree Mitchell, and maybe we could have done some different things on ball screen actions with her to try to slow her down, and we changed some in the second half, and she didn't score off those ball screen actions again until late in the fourth quarter. But and it is what it is. I really think we had a good rhythm going, and foul trouble caused us to get out of that rhythm on the offensive end, which meant we weren't getting our defense set as much. And we're not a great half-court defensive team by any stretch of the imagination. So when you're playing after misses all the time, and SEMO does a phenomenal job, they get the ball and they go make or miss. We hit a three. Was it late in the third quarter or early fourth quarter? We hit a three. We have two players over there. The person shooting the shot, we preach stay in your shot. That's what good shooters do at the higher levels. We preach stay in your shot. The other two people over there just stand and watch as she shoots the shot. Nobody's rotating back. We hit the three. They get the ball. They inbound it. They throw it ahead, one pass, and they hit a three. And that's one of my pet peeves. When we hit a three on one end, I don't want to give up a three on the other end. I mean, even if you give up a layup, you win that possession by one. And it doesn't just happen to us. It happens. That's just the game of basketball. It seems like if somebody hits a big three, the other team comes down and hits a big three. So that was because we didn't get back defensively. So we have to get better. Still got time left in the season. Need to improve every day.
Leasia, okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Bree really gave you guys some trouble in the later part of the second quarter.
Yeah.
Do you think the foul trouble was
there's no. Well, how many people do we have on the bench with two fouls at the end of the first half? 5, 4. 4 of our starters, 4 of our regulars aren't out there. And I don't know that would have changed. The kids that got in the game, I thought, did a good job, gave good effort. But it is what it is. I really think the foul trouble caused us. It wasn't that they were thinking about it. It's that, Bria Bethea was the OVC Player of the Week last week, averaging 20 and 10, and she was on a roll. What was she, 5 for 5 or whatever from the field, 4 or 5 with 11 points, and we were able to get defense set. And then you got two people out there like her and KJ with good length that are playing well offensively, and then that happens. But everybody, that's why we preach all the time. Whether you're in that regular rotation of 8 or 9 or not, you always have to be ready because you never know when your number's going to be called. And I thought those players went in and did an admirable job for the most part. It's just we didn't have the same rhythm that we had offensively or defensively.